loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a floss tube, so grab a drink. I will be drinking water out of my clown mug. I have been getting my water in lately because of Fun Cups, so whatever it takes. I have also been drinking coffee like a fiend. Like the last 2 weeks I get Dunkin' in the morning because it's close to my house and close to my job, and then in the afternoon I've been getting a Frappuccino. I am intaking way too much caffeine. And I don't have any plans to stop. I'm super busy lately, like between my shop and work and YouTube and house stuff. It's just been a lot lately, and I'm fine. But my son's birthday is on Saturday, and that's been stressful. We're having a little party outside. We rented a pavilion, and then my mother-in-law's coming into town, so anyways, those are the things. Oh my god, let me tell you about what happened 2 nights ago. My cat got out. Okay, pardon me, let me set that down so that I can focus, because this is it's a heart-wrenching tale. My fiance came home the other night with 2 or 3 12-packs of soda, and he kind of like knocked on the door with the soda. So it's like so I was sitting on the floor working on painting a bag, painting glow on a bag, a project bag, which I sell. Check out my shop, Swartz Handmade on Etsy. I was doing that on the floor, and I knew my son's reaction time was going to be quicker, so I was like, go get the door figured out, hurry. So apparently my cat Caesar snuck out the door, and nobody knew, because after he set the Coke down, I grabbed the chicken to go start cooking dinner, and we hear a really, like, I don't know if it was like high pitch or like low, but it was a meow that's not a normal meow for him. So I go race to the door. He's not there. He's not outside. Oh, my hair's falling out of my bun. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. So I race out to go, see if I can see him. I can't find him. We look through the whole house. 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm thinking, oh my god, my neighbors are like eating him or something. I don't know. I just went really irrational really quickly. I don't have an explanation for my actions, but I am the way that I am. So there's that. So I was freaking out, panicking. And I'm like, we're gonna crack the window. So I go to sleep in the living room that night, and I'm like nodding off, and I'm like, my cat, and I'm like nodding off, and then I'm like, my cat. Something tells me just get up and walk where I think he might be one more time. So I grab my phone, and I get my little phone out, and I get my flashlight on, and I go to where I think he is, and I just kind of shine my light. Sure enough, the little asshole was hanging out right there. So I call my fiance, I'm like, hurry up, get out here, quick, I don't have shoes on, I got the cat. So he comes running out. He's got shoes on, thank goodness. So he goes and chases him about, he goes and tries to corner him from the back of the bush, and then he would run in, and I would hopefully grab him, and he decided he was gonna dart away. So I'm like, I gotta go get shoes. I can't walk around on the rocks, because I walked around on the rocks and they hurt. The rocks did not feel good on my feet. So anyways, to make a long story short, he's home, he's fine, but he's an asshole. Arguably, all cats are. Once again, my camera is dying, and I don't have an explanation as to why, other than I suck at charging my batteries. Let's move on. So, any finishes? No. Any full-on finishes? I could have finished this thing from last week. Is it even in here? Yep. Could have finished this from last week. Did I? No. Did not. Did not full on finish this, so it's still right back in the bag where I left it. It's fine. The stuff that got the most amount of stitches this week, I cannot even show you. We want to do a little sneak peek. Oh, wow. Oh, and that actually goes this way. Grab this thumbnail. Okay. There's that. Like I said, cannot show you those. If you want more information, you'll have to join me for my live on Friday night, tomorrow night, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so I have three other things I worked on this this past 2 weeks. Let's begin. So last week, last Flosstube, I showed you. This is Raven's Needlebook by Witchy Stitcher. Got my pattern in here separate out of there, so I gotta be careful. So last week I was here, and now I am here. So this is a kit by Witchy Stitcher. Shiny Things, Raven's Needlebook. It comes with the 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana, and pretty much everything you need except for the DMC and the sewing thread and stuff, and you know, actually knowing how to sew, which I do, I just don't have a sewing machine. But anyways, I made quite a bit of progress, and by quite a bit of progress I mean I literally did everything but that needle. So there's that. Like I said, this is on a 32 count Lugana. I did do a little bit of a stitch with me, whip and chat, and I put that up on Tuesday. And in that video I announced that I will be doing like Vlogmas, Stitchmas, something like that, and you might want to stay tuned for that. But this is that. This is what I worked on. This is part of what I worked on. This was kind of a palette cleanser in between those two things that I can't show you that I've been working on since Saturday of last week. No, since Friday of last week? I don't know. So that is whip number 1, 2, 3. First two I can't show you. So this one, oh, I got a new project bag. This project bag is from, ooh, I feel like I should know this, Carol's Creative. Let me see, let me look it up really quickly. I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. I will pull out my pattern though, so you can't see that. Got my, oops, I dropped something. Got my floss in here, so you'll have to sort of look around my floss, if you will. Let's see, profile, nope, purchases. Okay, so this is the back. It's a bunch of cats. I ordered this before Halloween. I feel like I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be here by Halloween, but I didn't. I'm still a little sad about it. There's cats on the inside as well. The thing is that when I bought this, I wasn't really paying attention to the size. So here is, I can't even show you the Q-snap. I'll show you in a second. It doesn't fit the size Q-snap that I use. I actually take apart 2 Q-snaps and do an 8x11 instead of an 8x8 or an 11x11. I do an 8x11. This is, it doesn't fit, so I have it in a hoop on it, and this is where I am on the cereal cell. As you can see, I stitched a little bit of the wheel of the buggy, and another part has been released, and I just didn't feel like stitching on it. So I made how many ever stitches this is, and I put it away, and then rather than bother myself, I just stopped. This is a 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. It is my blood splatter fabric. I believe I took this one down because it was a Halloween exclusive. I could be influenced to bring it back. I definitely could bring it back. We'll see what happens though. And then I also bought this project bag. So this is for a Pirates in the Caribbean sale that I'm participating in March. This, I love this so much. Where is, I have another bag here. Oh, there's floss on the floor. Wouldn't you know it? I must have fallen out of that one. Hopefully you don't fall. It came with, this bag was $32. Comes with a handle. This bag, however, was $45, and it comes with this cute little pouch that I keep my accoutrements in. And then I also have this bag, which is this fabric on the inside, this fabric on the outside, and this one is the reverse. So this is inside and outside. and I really loved this fabric. And it also, for $45, you also got the grime guard. Well, there goes all that. So here is my, this is the bag from, I actually don't know if her, I'm sure her company has a name, but anyways, I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description box. Here is the cereal set. Here is the cryptid cell, and here's where I was before. Here is where I am now. So I have completed all of the pieces except for the Yeti, which is already printed and ready to go. But like I said, I have been working like a crazy person on those two things I can't even show you. But here is the Yeti, and the Yeti will be my project whenever I finish those two pieces. I'm not actually interested in stitching on that cereal cell right now. The other piece came in, and it was a bathtub, and like I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. It wasn't the bug. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. I don't know. I genuinely couldn't tell you. Unfortunately, because I can't show you what I spent most of my time stitching on this week, I really feel like that's it. Like I feel like I'm done now. There's nothing else I can show you. I did mention last week that I would be starting a, well, I had started a black sampler for November, and it still has that one stitch in the corner that probably isn't even a part of the pattern that I picked out for black sampler November. We are still in the midst of no start November, so all of these are current whips except for this one. This one I did choose to put a stitch in on Halloween just so I could work on it in the month of November. And at the time, last time, I didn't even have the pattern for this yet. So now, because there's nothing left for me to show you, we can get into the haul. So I made a purchase from Lindy Stitches, and I got this. This is Death is a Dialogue. It is the black sampler for Black Sampler November. And it says, death is a dialogue between the spirit and the dust. Dissolve, says death. The spirit, sir, I have another trust. Death doubts it, argues from the ground. The spirit turns away, just laying off for evidence an overcoat of clay. So that is what this says, and it will go on. This fabric, this is an 18 count. Another thing that I dyed myself, all this fabric is fabric I dyed myself. I did purchase some fabric this week that was not me that dyed it. Along with that purchase on Lindy Stitches, I also picked up, where is it? Hold on, I want to make sure I get it right here. Hold on, I'm struggling. I also picked up To All a Good Night. This is one of Lindy Stitch's new releases. I also got the thread pack. This is a bunch of Weeks Dye Works. We've got 4 Meadow, which is the green color. And then we have a tealy green that's called Cadet. We have Raspberry, and we have Red Rocks. So this is the Weeks Dye Works thread pack. And I also bought the fabric that this is called for. So here is that. Of course I have to buy more thread, but these are the Weeks Dye Works not easily sourceable threads. I did choose to get them because that green is amazing. So that is To All a Good Night. I'm super excited about this one, and I will start it as soon as No Start November is over. So my Lindy Stitches haul was not complete with just that. I also picked up Cats Love Christmas. Unfortunately, I accidentally got a PDF copy. It's fine. I really like having physical copies because I love to, like, I mean, it's no different. Like, I could print this in color. It's fine, but I just didn't have, I don't have colored ink right now for whatever reason. I haven't picked it up yet. But this is This one, and I couldn't find the pieces of fabric, and I also bought the Weeks Dye Works thread pack for this one as well. This one came with cypress, porpoise, Swiss chocolate, and garnet, so I'm super excited about that. Could not find the called for, oh, I didn't even tell you. This is a 36 count. 36 count, it is raw white Belfast 32 count. Oh my god, oh no, I got 32 count. Oh shoot. I don't know if it'll fit now. I'm gonna have to rebuy another piece of this, and this is so messed up because I actually bought two. I bought the wrong one the first time. Let me see if I can find that right now. Let me pause this and find it, and I'll come right back. For whatever reason, I cannot find the piece of fabric that I was looking for. I'm disappointed because I bought the wrong one the first time in 36 count, and then I bought the wrong one the second time because I got 32 count. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably cry. It's fine. I'm fine. I can't lie, I'm quite disappointed. I don't know what I was thinking or wasn't thinking. But that is this acquisition. I'm just trying to think of where I could have put it. It's not where I have the rest of my stuff, so I'm wondering if it went missing for whatever reason. Of course, I just cleaned my desk twice and now it is a mess again. It's fine. So I'm really not thriving lately. So if you're counting, I made the mistake of buying, this is a PDF. I made the mistake of buying the wrong fabric twice, and I don't even know if this will fit it now. I need it to be 12 by 9.7 for 36 count, and I don't know what size this is. I don't know. I'll have to find it. Anyways, I couldn't find the called for fabric, which was 28 count Picture This Plus casual linen in mint, so I wound up with, I picked up 3 pieces, super cheap, 3 pieces of, I think these are 28 count, yep, 28 count Jobeline even weave fabric. So I picked up 3 pieces of that for the kitty cats. So that is this acquisition. And I also, while I was on 123 Stitch, I picked up this piece of 32 count linen for something I showed you, I think last week, this one. So this is a 32 count lilac Lugana, 32 count lavender Lugana. Oh no, you're kidding. You are absolutely kidding. Oh my god. They look pretty similar. It'll have to do. What an episode of mistakes. This is lilac Lugana, and it might be the same. It might be the same. Nope, they're definitely just slightly different. I don't know what I was doing or what I wasn't doing correctly. Pardon me, had a little interruption. My child is home and he needed me for one moment. Anyways, incorrect fabric. Where's the other ones? Incorrect fabric twice. And I bought a PDF pattern instead of a physical copy. My brain was not working the day that I made these purchases, which was Friday of last week, so I don't know. Anyways, along with that, I also, from Lindy Stitches, got, where did it go? See, now I've lost something else. I need adult supervision. Somebody want to come adult supervise me? Oh, okay. So I got this little freebie pattern. It's called Dee's New Hat. It's really cute. It's 22 by 28 stitches, so this should take no time at all. So that was that. And then since I had to make 2 purchases from 123 Stitch, I figured I might as well pick up something else since I had to pay for shipping twice. I picked up a cross stitch pattern. This is Moon Phase Bell Pull. This is by Tiny Modernist. So it is 65 by 289. It is 4 colors, and it wants to be stitched on 32 count linen and chalkboard black. But if I chose to stitch it on 14 count, I need a piece of fabric that is 4.5 by 20.5. I'll probably go with 18 count, which is 3.5 by 8 by 16. Or, oh, that's just the design. That is just the design size. I need a larger piece of fabric. I'm gonna refrain. I'm going to refrain. I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'm so tired. It's not even funny. I need help. I'm going to refrain from making any more purchases because it's clear that my brain is not functioning. So I don't want to make any more mistakes. So with that being said, I will not be buying fabric for this. Even though it's only 3, it's only 4 colors, and I have black. I have 2, and no, I don't know if I have 2. I have blanc, so I would only need to buy 2 and 3. I'll probably have to pick up 2 of blanc and 3 of black though. So I really just I only need a little bit of things to make this happen. But it's no start November, so I will just calm down. And it also has finishing instructions on the back, so that's super cool. Not a whole lot of stitching. It's quite literally just the moon, the moons, the lines going up and down, and then the stars. Oh, and then of course the border as well. But yeah, it's super cute. You can't even really see it because that's how few colors there are. It's really just 3 colors and black. So hopefully I get to this one. Oh, and then the trees at the bottom. You can't hardly see the trees at the bottom. But anyways, this concludes this episode of Flosstube. I have a giant mess in front of me. And I'm so upset. I'm so disappointed that I bought the wrong fabric 3 times. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. So with that being said, I'm going to try and clean up the messes that I've made and put away this giant mess. And hopefully I'll find the fabric. And if it's close to this, if it's really close but it's 36, I'll just switch it and use that. I'm just so... I don't even know what I would have done with it either. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna handle this mess, this gigantic mess in front of me. And I don't know what I did with that fabric. It's gonna drive me crazy until I find it. This is the episode of extreme mistake making. So comment down below which mistake that I made was your personal favorite. Was it buying the wrong fabric twice? Was it buying the wrong color of fabric? Was it buying the PDF version? Or was it losing the fabric, the first fabric that I bought? Or was the mistake watching this video because it didn't make any sense? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, I will call a doctor for you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like me and would like to see more from me, please hit subscribe. I have floss on me. Ooh, this is shiny floss. Sneak peek for Friday, am I right? Anyways, please hit subscribe. I'd be so happy to have you. Alright, I hope that you are being safe, wash your hands, taking care of yourselves.